Welcome to St John's for our weekly update. It's a beautiful spring day here in Brisbane, and the light is doing its wonderful thing here this morning. Over the past few weeks, we've been inviting you to share your story about how you came to be at the cathedral and what keeps you here at the cathedral. And we've had some amazing conversations with people who have told us their stories, and also received some written versions of those stories as well. This week in the weekly email, we'll send details again about how you can be part of that project. And one of the things we're looking for and celebrating is the incredible variety of stories that people have about their interaction with this place and the community that calls this place home. Some of the stories are stories that reveal a level of difficulty in terms of how hard it was to find a place in the cathedral, how at times the cathedral community has not been all that welcoming. And those stories are just as important as the encouraging stories that tell us that when someone turned up, they got exactly what they needed, they found exactly what they were looking for, because each story has something to tell us about who we are. One of the things I've noticed over the years as an ordained person is that there's no such thing as a community that says it's not welcoming. Everybody assumes that every community assumes that it is welcoming, and often that's because the experience of the people who are in the place was that they found a welcome. But it's really important to hear the stories of the people who found it difficult to arrive and found that they weren't made particularly welcome. And some of those stories are stories of perseverance and determination because people could see something else that they really wanted and needed here. And those stories are important for us because they invite us to ensure that we reflect deeply on who we are and how we behave. So thank you to the people who've offered those stories of complexity and difficulty. They are incredible gifts. So please do consider sharing your story. Every story is important, every story is unique, and every story provides us with insights. And while we're thinking about community, our dedication festival is just a week away in terms of its starting point. The community dinner is on Friday week, so if you'd like to be part of the dinner, please be in touch so that you can reserve your place. It's a great opportunity to invite friends as well, because the dinner is an unthreatening, and if you look like, not too religious experience for people. And so it's one of the ways in which I know a number of people have already told me they have found a way into the cathedral is through things like community dinners, which are safe places to experiment and to test out a community to see just how welcoming it really is. So please do think about people you might have come with you and give them a beautiful experience of this cathedral and a beautiful experience of our community. There's a new episode of the On The Way podcast out. This one is a conversation with Steve Aisthorpe, who works for the Church of Scotland, and he's helping us to explore the idea of rewilding the church. Rewilding is an ecological concept that is being practiced in many parts of the world, and that's where a piece of land is allowed to rewild, to find its own path to becoming wilderness again. It's the result of understanding that many of our conservation efforts are actually really only producing a cultivated garden that's pleasing to humans, whereas nature has its own way of creating community. And so the idea of rewilding the church talks to some of the stuff that we've been doing here at St John's, where we look for that which is emerging and for things that God is doing so we can join in. And that God might have an idea that we don't have yet, and by watching and seeing what's emerging, what is rewilding, if you like, in the life of the church, might help us to find something new and unique that we can do for God's commonwealth. On Saturday, we will be welcoming the United Nations Association Young Professionals for their monthly yoga session. If you've not tried yoga before, or you're interested in seeing what it's about, I suggest this would be a great opportunity for you to come and find out. So please do come on Saturday morning if you're in the least bit interested in yoga, and it's another way of enjoying this amazing space. On Sunday evening, we hope to have the students of St Peter's College, Lutheran College, come and sing Evensong with us. That is dependent on the rules changing again. As you'd be aware, when the latest community transmission cases were found in our community, the health directives escalated the conditions a bit and therefore increased our distancing requirements. That will be reviewed on Friday, and hopefully the rules will be pulled back again, which means that we will be able to accommodate the large number of students that are going to come and form a choir for us. So we hope that we will be able to make them welcome on Sunday evening. Sunday is the beginning of Mental Health Week. On Sunday afternoon, Dr. Michael Knopf, who offers Acoustic Cathedral for us, will be here again as part of the Mad Hatters Festival. And the Mad Hatters Festival is offering some programs this year in support of Mental Health Week. And Michael will be playing music in response to visual images. And so Sonnets on Sunday afternoon will be a visual and musical experience, so something not to be missed. So do find yourself here on Sunday afternoon. And then in partnership with Anglicare, on Thursday of next week we will be offering the annual Mental Health Week service. So please support that as well. It's an important week, particularly in the wake of the COVID crisis and how taxing that's been on so many of us. And so to the birthdays for this week, we say happy birthday to Barbara Morton, who I understand has had one of those significant birthdays, and also happy birthday to Lainey Hancock, Liz Stanmore, Glynis Jenkins and Mavis Ralph. I hope you all have a great week as you celebrate your birthdays for 8 days. Thank you for your contribution to the life and work of the Cathedral community. Do consider being part of the Dedication Festival festivities that are coming up, the dinner, the organ recital, and then worship the following weekend. It's an opportunity for us to give thanks for the gift of community and for the gift of this wonderful space which we have the privilege of calling home. Peace be with you.